911, where is your emergency?
There's blood everywhere. They won't move, and he feels cold.
Frankly, this is a mental health crisis. It's a health issue, and it needs to be addressed in a full component of that.
You know, this epidemic touches everybody.
He was vomiting the blood, you think?
Yes, it looks like vomit.
That are good people, that just, it eats them alive.
We're addicts. We're drug addicts.
Okay. And do you think that he's overdosed on something?
I think so. I think he is.
The 80s and into the 90s, early 2000s in Volusia County, and I would tell you probably in the Central Florida region, the most prolific drug on the street was crack cocaine. Sometime in the mid-2000s, we began to see a huge surge of prescription pills being diverted, most of which were opioids. And at one point in time, Florida prescribed more Oxycontin than every other state in the country combined. The legislator put in place the prescription drug monitoring program, which overnight essentially stopped the doctor shopping. Problem is that you had all these people that were addicted to pain pills, opioids, and then we start seeing the heroin overdoses. The pill epidemic, we were seeing a lot of overdoses as well, more than I had seen. But where we're at right now, I haven't seen anything like it.
I think that prior to 2017 and prior to this epidemic, you viewed an overdose victim as somebody who made a conscious choice. They wanted to go out and break the law and buy drugs, and this was just a consequence of their actions. But now, in the throes of this crisis, when you look in Volusia County alone, I think the median age for overdose victims is like between 45 and 55. These people are just like, you know, me. They're like you. They're our next door neighbors. They're our friends that they never had contact with the criminal justice system. They have a disease. Much like you would have diabetes or much like you would have heart disease, addiction is a disease.
In my perspective, the way it's evolved is frustration, sadness, and I think a commitment to be compassionate when we should be with folks that are addicted or have a drug problem, to be tough on folks that are using that vulnerability to their advantage financially and otherwise, and are not addicted. They just see an opportunity.
We're trying to do everything that we can to go after the drug dealer.
When we're notified of a potential overdose death, we have a protocol in place where we quickly evaluate the ability to do a covert investigation. We essentially conduct the death investigation as a homicide investigation, and in parallel to that, we investigate the drug trafficking aspect simultaneous. The intent is to immediately identify who the dealer is and as quick as possible locate and get direct evidence against that person for the trafficking or selling of the narcotic, and our ultimate attempt is to prove that they sold or delivered that narcotic that killed the person.
You know, we probably have 7 or 8 cases on the hook right now. We're waiting for toxicology reports to come back because we want to prosecute those dealers for manslaughter.
We want to save lives. That's what we want to do. We just want to save lives by getting these deadly cocktails off the street. And one way to do that is to prosecute the folks who sell it.
Oh my God!
Take a deep breath. I have somebody that should be pulling up on scene right now.
They're here.
Okay, they're here. All right, you're doing a good job there. Okay, I'll let you go ahead and call them, all right? All right.